Now that we have customized the window that we are going to use for the Metro Map project, let us change our attention towards the widgets that we'll use. In fact, there are many different kinds of widgets in Tkinter, but we will focus on the ones that we'll be using. Specifically, we'll be using four widgets, which is the canvas, where we'll draw the map, the drop-down boxes, where we'll allow the user to select, let's say, the start and the stop stations, a button, which the user will click to, determine the fare, and finally a label to display the fare. Now, before I move on, let me just make all this very clear by giving you some examples on what exactly we mean by this. So canvas is this square over here, the gray color square, which we have made on top of the backdrop, on which we actually go and draw these lines. Now, really, how you draw these lines, there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of room for innovation there. We are going to keep it simple, just two lines crisscrossing each other. We'll discuss this later on. The drop down boxes are this, let's say the start and stop, where we basically choose, let's say, where we want to go. The button that we're talking of is this calculate fare button, where, once, for example, I said cloning to costume, so that's 3 stations, it updated the fare to say 60. Now this is the label. So these are the four widgets we're talking of. 1, the canvas; 2, the drop down boxes; 3, the button; and 4, the label. Now, in case you're wondering, how did I get all this text, including start and stop? Well, these are using the methods of the canvas widget itself. We'll see this later. Now, having seen this, these widgets in place, let us now place the canvas onto a window. So I do that by, giving a command, let's say tk dot canvas. Now this C must be with this big letter, capital letter, otherwise it won't work. So I just say I need a canvas. I'm going to call it C to be placed on that window of, let's say, width is, let's say, 550 pixels, height also of, say, 550 pixels. Now again, this is something I may have to fine tune a little bit, but I will do c.pack at this point of time. Now first, again, let's see this working, because that makes it more clear for everybody. So notice now, when I run my code, I get not only, so I'm going to close this console in the shell. So I get not only the, the big window coming out as earlier, but I also get on top of that this canvas, which is what I wanted. I'm going to draw stuff on top of this. But interestingly, notice how we first define, and then we use this method called pack to place. Now what does this pack mean? Well, pack basically means go and put this on the object where you wanted it. So I wanted the canvas on the window itself. Window, remember, was my background window. I'm telling Tkinter, okay, look, please, wherever you find space, pack this thing. Now pack is one of the 3 methods that we use to put widgets onto the window. Pack is kind of the easiest. Basically, it means wherever you get a place, go and put it. Again, there are many options that you can use with pack, but we are using it in the most basic form, which means that wherever you get the first opportunity, go and pack this. Now, as a result, my canvas is being packed right on top, and in the center. In fact, see the similarity here. Previously, when we had those labels, first I defined the label and then I used pack, and you might recall that the labels appeared in the center, and then there was a button also in the center, because basically pack is telling that, okay, look, at the first available opportunity, put this on the window. Now, like I said, there are more options, but for us this is just sufficient, so we'll leave it here. Now before moving on, let's just do a quick recap. Remember, we have added the canvas widget, which acts like a canvas on the window where we can draw, write, etc. We will use this to draw the metro map in our GUI. We'll see this later. And we have used this tk.canvas command. Now that's generally the way we are going to add stuff. It's always a 2-step process. First principle is, the first is to define it. So we are calling our canvas as C, and we are using the pack method to tell Tkinter that, okay, look, put this on the canvas, put this on the window wherever you get a chance. So I did not, since we have not specified any options, which is fine for us, this canvas appears here, and this principle is true. We also saw this in the widgets that came along with us in the earlier method. So remember, always first define and then place, and we'll see this being a recurring theme as we go along. In the subsequent videos, we are going to see this canvas widget more closely. We are going to use some methods within the canvas widget to create the metro lines, and then we are going to put in the other different widgets and give them the functionality. I hope this has been useful for you. In general, if you think this way of learning helps, it makes things clear, do look at our website, because we learn Python by building such fun activities. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.